Yung ang dami-dami mong kailangan gawin na tapusin, sa sobrang dami, natulog ka. O kaya nag-social media ka muna, sabi mo for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, pero naging 15, 20, 30, nag-mindless scroll ka na nga. Welcome to your Creative Reset, the podcast that helps you rethink how you live and work as we explore insights from human behavior, creative clarity, and biblical faith. Together, let's overcome self-doubt, find direction, and build a life with purpose and freedom. This is Danix Dumdum, your host. Now close those 16 open tabs because your reset starts now. Today, I'd like us to understand how our brain works so we can use it to our advantage. Para yung cellphone, kung di mo mamamaximize yung features, if hindi mo alam how it works. So, ganun din yung brains natin. Kaya it's important that we understand how it functions. And we'll do that by trying to uncover one of the most common problems we all have, procrastination. Guilty as charged. As I was recording this episode niya, my partner told me, kailangan mo yan. So, kung meron mang unang natututo sa mga episodes na ginagawa natin, syempre ako yon. So, there are a lot of reasons why we behave the way we do. Itong mga reasons na yon hinders us from the success that we really want for ourselves. And it all starts with the brain, whose ultimate purpose is to protect us at all costs. Kung napakinggan niyo yung previous episodes natin, sinabi ko na yun na ang brain natin, ang ultimate function niya is to really protect us. Yung safety natin, yun yung top priority niya. And our brain, as powerful as it is, it can't always detect the difference between ano ba yung totoong danger at ano ba yung mga bagay na overwhelming lang. Kaya siya nagsha-shutdown. So, we mindlessly scroll and procrastinate because may mga reasons, and that's what we'll talk about today. Ito kasi yung nangyayari. Every time you scroll, your brain gets a tiny reward. Ito yung tinatawag na dopamine hit. So yung dopamine loop na yan, that's the same chemical that lights up in our brain when we eat chocolates or do something na exciting para sa atin. Or someone na nag-like ng post mo, o kaya may entertaining kang nakita. So parang you feel accomplished kasi nag-enjoy ka, kumbaga. So that quick scroll, it's your brain saying, oh tama yan, it's easy, this is safe, gawin natin ulit, chill lang. Meanwhile, yung hard thing na dapat nagagawin natin for that day, for that instance, kunyari magsusulat ka, o kaya magpaplano ka ng podcast, o kaya maglo-launch ka ng something na excited ka, yung brain natin dinidetect yun na that is something risky. It's something na unsure yung reward. It's something na hindi ka sure ano yung magiging output. Kaya mas magre-require siya ng effort. Tapos pag nag-require siya ng effort, sa dulo nun, hindi pa sure kung successful yun, hindi guaranteed yung reward mo. So, ang mangyayari, yung brain natin, magdi-default yan to what feels good right now, not what moves you forward. Hence, the scrolling. And here's where it gets deeper. When a task feels unfamiliar, unclear, or even slightly overwhelming, yung brain natin, hindi lang yan ina-avoid. Ang ginagawa pa niya, dinidefend tayo from it. Dito na papasok yung amygdala. Meron kasing part ng brain natin, it's called the amygdala. It's the threat detector, the fight or flight or freeze. So dati parang dalawa lang yun, fight or flight lang. Ngayon may pangatlo na, freeze. So it's either tatakbo ka o lalabanan mo o masastuck ka, 'di ba? So instead of starting, yung bodies natin natitense. So you open your phone, you scroll. Not because you don't care sa mga dapat mong gawin for that day. Yung deadlines mo hindi nauurong. That doesn't mean na hindi ka concerned dun sa deadline na yun, dun sa project at hand. Prone tayong mga creatives sa ganun. Pero because yung nervous system natin sinasabi na, let's not get hurt today. Huwag tayo ma-disappoint today. So, mag-chill lang tayo. May bukas ka pa naman para tapusin yan. So, gets? So, yun yung nangyayari, yung task avoidance sa amygdala. Hindi pa natatapos doon yung brain. Kasi meron pa yung internal tug of war. Yung one part ng brain mo, yung tinatawag na prefrontal cortex, gusto nun magplano, gusto nun mag-create, gusto nun to build something meaningful. Tapos yung other part, yung limbic system, gusto naman nun comfort, gusto naman nun certainty, gusto naman nun emotional safety. So kapag nakakaranas ka, napagod ka, you feel unmotivated, you feel unsure of what will happen if you try, yung limbic system usually yung nananalo. Yung gusto ng comfort, yung gusto ng certainty, yung gusto ng safety. Those two parts of our brain contrast. Gusto ng progress, yung isa gusto ng safe lang siya. So if you get what I'm saying, so simula yan sa dopamine loop, tapos meron ka pang amygdala, tapos meron ka pang prefrontal cortex and limbic system system. So, ang dami-daming nasa utak mo ngayon that stops you from doing what you are supposed to do. Kaya ka nagpo-procrastinate. So, that's how our brain works. And with all this chaos inside our brain, isa lang naman yung sasabihin mo sa sarili mo. I am such a procrastinator. Okay lang yan. My creativity works better under pressure. May mga ganun ka pa, diba? Hindi pa naman deadline eh. Kaya ko yan bukas. So, this belief sounds like self-awareness, pero it's actually self-sabotage wrapped in a clever excuse na kaya ko naman eh. My creativity works better under pressure. So, inuon mo yung pagiging procrastinator at the same time, sina-self-sabotage mo yung sarili mo. Kasi ganito yan. Baka maybe in the past, you've performed well under pressure, but that doesn't mean na yung pressure yun na yung most creative state mo. Actually, yung brain mo, nagre-release yan ng adrenaline rush during deadline. So, kailangan mong mas galingan kasi konti na lang yung oras. Papansin mo, pag mas malapit na yung deadline, talagang yung creative juice mo talagang lumalabas talaga yan kasi wala na siyang choice pero meron ka ng adrenaline. And that adrenaline can feel like pwede siyang focus, pwede siyang productivity, pwede nga siyang yung creative juice na sinasabi mo. Pero hindi siya kasi flow. It's in the survival mode pa din. You're not thriving, you're sprinting on fumes. Tapos pag nawala na yung adrenaline na yun, dun mo mararamdaman yung pagod. Kaya ka mabilis ma-burnout. Tapos sisisihin mo na kaya ka laging puyat, toxic kasi yung trabaho. Kasi ito yung nagiging reality mo. Tapos you're calling yourself a procrastinator. Isa pa yun sa nakaka-apekto sa'yo when you call yourself a procrastinator. That's not a personality trait. Procrastination is a protection pattern. Procrastination isn't just about time management problem or a discipline problem. It's about having an emotional risk because pressure and lack of time gives you an excuse for all of the other things na pwedeng mangyari. Number one na dyan yung imperfection. Kasi nga naman, if you start late and fail, pwede mong sabihin, kasi nagmadali ako wala na kasi akong oras. Or, if you start early and fail, it hits deeper. Kumbaga, di ba wala ka ng excuse? Parang ikaw yung nagkulang, that you weren't enough. Pagpangit pa rin yung gawa. Pag di pa rin naging successful yung project. Tapos mahaba naman yung oras, mahaba yung timeline, di ba? Instead of facing that risk, you delay, you scroll, you distract, you're doing some other things than face the project. That's daunting. Not because you're lazy, nor you don't care, but because your brain is protecting you from something. It could be shame, it could be perfectionism, it could be a form of rejection. Procrastination, it's not a trait. It is actually something hidden dun sa procrastination mo. That's why you can ask yourself right now, what is the hidden fear you're not addressing that's hiding behind your procrastination? So, bakit mo ginagawa na nagdo-doom scroll ka? Ano ba talaga yung tumatakbo sa utak mo as you doom scroll? What is it that you're not trying to process? What is it that you are trying to avoid? What is it that you are not confronting? What is it that's hiding behind procrastination? And here's the good news, okay? Kung yung brain natin wired to protect us, if our brain is designed to protect us, tapos may mga neural pathways siya, may mga sanay siyang routines na as time went by, natutunan lang din niya. If your brain was wired to protect you, it can also be rewired to support you. So yung mga nakasanayan na niyang routines and ways na natutunan niya over the years, pwede mo yung palitan. Pwede mo yung i-rewire para this time, mas nadidistinguish niya yung real danger dun sa tasks na daunting lang for you. Okay? At ito yung isa sa mga bagay na gusto ko lagi makuha niyo sa podcast natin. Hindi lang to neuroscience. It also means grace from the Lord. You are designed na hindi mo tatanggapin lang yung kung ano yung nangyayari sa'yo, kung ano yung meron ka. But you have the power with the brain and the science that the Lord has given you. You have the power to change it, to rewire it. Sabi ko nga, yung brain natin is a tool and you have to use it. And dahil binigyan ka ni Lord ng brain, kinreate niya yan, dinesign niya yan, its wiring, its patterns, its potential. He also gave you something even stronger than what you are experiencing right now. And I'd like to share with you on how you can rewire your brain instead na positivity, instead na motivational quotes lang yun. Why don't we look at the Bible and check to see how can we rewire our brain with the principles here. It's found in 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. I'll give you something even stronger than self-doubt. Kasi baka kaya hindi mo sinisimulan yung kailangan mong gawin. Kaya ka nag-uubos ng oras sa social media, scroll, ganyan. Baka meron kang hidden doubts in yourself. na hindi mo ina-address. And it's time to rewire that through what the Bible says. In 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7, sabi dito, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power and of love and of a sound mind," or self-discipline in other versions. So sabi dito, isa-isahin natin, let's break it down. Hindi ka daw binigyan ni Lord ng fear. So ano mang fear yung nasa utak mo ngayon, nasa isip mo, hindi yun galing kay Lord. Natutunan mo lang matakot. Natutunan mo lang magkaroon ng fear sa mga bagay na hindi mo hinaharap. Ang sabi dito, ang binigay daw sa iyo ni Lord ay power. Power, ano ibig sabihin nun? Meron kang kakayanan. Meron kang power, a quiet strength, that boldness to begin, even when you feel unsure. Ano pa? Second, love. That kind of love that doesn't need proving. Yung kahit anong pagkukulang mo, kahit magkamali ka, alam mong unconditional yung pagmamahal niya sa'yo. Because Jesus died on the cross for you. Yun lang, sobra-sobra na. Third, sound mind. Sabi dito, yung sound mind daw, it's the kind of clarity that doesn't come from confidence lang. It's a clarity anchored sa truth on how you were originally designed. And yes, clarity can come from God. Not just from strategy, from education. Clarity ultimately comes from the Lord. So, when you hear that old voice na, di ko kasi alam yung gagawin ko dun, mamaya na lang. I don't know what I'm doing, or maybe ito lang talaga yung kaya kong gawin. Hanggang dito lang yung life ko. That life that I see on social media, maybe that life isn't for people like me. Ito lang kasi yung alam kong gawin. Ayoko na sa work na to. Pag nakakaisip ko ng gano'n, ayoko na sa work na to. So kaya mag-scroll na lang ako sa social media. Ito na lang mga gagawin ko. Mag-procrastinate ako. What you can do is to gently interrupt that pattern. Cut that pattern. Pag, alam mong may gusto kang gawin, gusto mong mag-research doon sa business na gusto mong simulan, pero nasa-stuck ka sa social media, nasa-stuck ka sa mga ibang bagay na gagawin mo, cut the pattern. Isipin mo sa sarili mo, I may not feel ready yet, but I wasn't given the spirit of fear. God gave me a sound mind that even if I don't fully trust it yet, I don't have it all figured out. I just need to start from where I am and trust that grace meets me there. Pwedeng yun yung sabihin mo sa sarili mo na kahit feeling mo procrastinator ka, tapos na-uncover mo na bakit ka nagpo-procrastinate kasi undaunting nung task, kasi di mo alam yung gagawin mo, kasi nagda-doubt ka sa sarili mo kung kaya mo ba, kaya mamaya na lang pag may adrenaline rush ka na. O kaya sa business na gusto mong simulan, feeling mo inexperienced ka to show yourself out there. Take a step back, isipin mo kung bakit yun yung naiisip mo, bakit mo nasasabi sa sarili mo na inexperienced ka, and then go back to 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7 where God said to Timothy, sulat ni Apostle Paul kay Timothy. Tapos nung tinry ko pang tignan yung verse before this, yung sabi pa ni Apostle Paul kay Timothy, fan into flame the gift of God. So yung binigay sa'yo ni Lord na gift, gamitin mo pa siya. Huwag mo hayaang masayang yun. Tapos pumunta na siya sa verse 17, God did not give you the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and sound mind. So pagka naiisip mo na hindi ko kaya, go back to this. Lord, binigyan ako ng power. Mahal niya ako. Meron akong sound mind. I'm in perfect headspace to do this. Now, if you're calling yourself a procrastinator, maybe it's time to call it what it really is. Kasi 'di ba yung labels, unless you address the problem and call it as it is, hindi mo siya madideal, hindi mo siya mahaharap. Ano ba yung procrastination? It's your brain's protection pattern. Kung pattern siya, pwede siyang maputol, pwede siyang mapalitan. And your creative reset starts when you acknowledge that you were given power, you are deeply loved, and you already have a sound mind. Hindi ka stuck, you're just learning to move differently now. Kaya maraming confusion, kaya maraming overwhelm, because may changes kasi na nangyayari. And 'di ba nga, yung brain natin, pag hindi siya sanay sa isang bagay, magpapanik 'yon kasi gusto niya protektahan ka niya. And that is okay. Your creative reset starts when you acknowledge you were given power, you are deeply loved, and you already have a sound mind. You're not stuck. You're just learning to move differently now. So all those overwhelm, all those procrastination, all the things that are running in your head right now, just acknowledge it. It's not part of you because you are created differently. And through grace, sa biyaya ni Lord, by faith, sa paniniwala mo na kaya mo yun, you're just learning to move differently now. Through grace, by faith. Thank you for having your creative reset with me. I'm Danex. If this episode helped you, share it with someone who might need the same reset today. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the show and give it a quick review. It helps us reach more people who feel stuck with self-doubt so they can also find clarity and creative freedom. Sometimes, the reset you need is a return to who He made you to be. Again, this is Danex Dumdum, and see you on your next creative reset.